Yo, what's up, amigos? I'm gonna talk about. So I'm just doing a daily recap. Let me know if what you guys think if I should do this consistently. I try not to do it because past, well, in the past when I've posted it online, my daily recaps and things like that, I've always found that uh, subconsciously at a deep inner mind, my trading wouldn't be the same because I knew at the end of the day I would have to post to the social media, and I used to do that because I wanted to hold myself accountable so that I would trade better. But it took a weird turn around that time, so I stopped doing that, and then things have been decent since then. Um, so I have a swing. So I'm going to talk about today's trade. I'm going to talk about JAN. I'm going to talk about Tesla today. I was short, and I'm going to talk about my swing, how it started. We're going to talk about Tesla. But let me know. I'm going to make this quick video. If you guys like it, enjoy it, subscribe, and put the notification bell on if you have questions within first hour. I always try to answer. So put a notification bell on, and if you see the video and you have a posted question, then I could more than likely will answer a question. So what happened here is uh, this was super extended. I've been waiting. I took a lot of losses. I stopped doing it. Like sometimes I took a profit. Of course, I made profit, locked in gains, and I break even. But I was waiting because I felt this was overextended. Um, for fundamental reasons and evaluation, I'm not amazing at evaluation, but this is not where it's supposed to be. But there's a lot of shorts in it. They're high conviction. There's like, I hate to say it, but there's almost like a cult short in it. So this is a super parabolic short squeeze move, and so Citron comes in this day. It washes, and I'm like, well, they always squeeze, but like it's all good. We could just like maybe this would be the right time because now they came at the proper time or something. So I shorted here, stopped out, gave it a few more times, but I shorted the 960 calls. I am not as good as I'd like to be in the option realm. So what I did was I shorted. You should never short a naked call. Never, never, never. I always do vertical spread. So it's like you short a call and then you buy a call higher. This is you cap your max loss, etc. But in this case, because of my confidence in the play and things like that, I took a riskier, not a riskier approach, but a riskier approach. So I had shorted the 960 calls. I don't remember when it was. I think I think the first one was probably around here, and then here, and then probably I think 955. I think on this stuff here, I had taken another short. So I think they were giving 70 to $130 to sell. Like I was shorting the 960 calls, and they were giving it was between 70 to $130. So basically, if the stock had gone to plus $1,000, my intent there was that if it gets to 1,000 something, I'll just go long the stock. I had just I didn't have a lot of contracts, just a few of them. So I was like, I'll just go long. But I had a good confidence in here that it would have a pullback, and it's I'm selling the call, so I have time decay in my favor, etc., etc. So that worked out really nice. But this was probably the 1/10th size. The next day, I told myself if this bounces to 850, 870, or I told myself that if it bounced to 880s, 870, I would short it. And I think because I took a lot of losses here, I didn't. I didn't. I couldn't add here, but I wanted to go heavy, and it freaking super washed. But the benefit here was down here. I had shorted a few calls, and I had a few small puts. So even though like this really sucked, and I think this was a problem for me that I gotta work on because I was wrong so many times, but I was still green quite a bit. I was surprised. I mean, it was moved a lot. It moved like $100. So, and today, what happened was today I said it's gonna bounce. I'm gonna bounce the short if it comes to, I said 830s area to, I think I also had 800-ish. So when it comes around here, and then I shorted it. So I went long here. I should have longed here, but I was actually shorting in my other account, which I had free shares on. But I cut it, break even. Yeah, I usually use a trail stop and I stop out. Okay, I gotta make this within 10 minutes. So I went long here, added to a winner. Like I always, I try to do things with really high range. I feel like this is the first pullback. First pullback, you know, shorts are in here and it's gonna pull back. Of course, it's gonna have another push higher. Because everybody that didn't FOMO, smart money would wait or all that jazz. So I added to the winner and then I'm thinking, okay, it's gonna sell here. Then, so I sold either half or 2/3 here. I was thinking it's gonna potentially stuff. It looked like it was gonna stuff, and then I washed, and then I sold the rest here. And then here I shorted, covered, shorted, added, covered. So this was the play. And then I also shorted more calls. Yeah. So today I went pretty heavy size. I shorted some more calls of 960, which I was already very deep in the money. And I'm like, frick it. And then I also bought some lotto calls, and I have also shorted equities. Do I have the equities? Yeah, I do here. So I was shorting this is like a 15-minute chart. I was shorting 88, and then I had a trail stop, and it just stopped me out break even. Then I shorted again at, I think I must have had I think I had a 780 average based on that. But yeah, added to winner, and it went above VWAP, and it stopped me out. I'm just going fast, so because I want to see if I can actually make a video sub 10 minutes or 10 minutes. Frick, I don't think I can. So I covered here. It panicked me out, but I am holding. So I'm holding a good sized position, shorting the calls. I have some puts. I have all of that with a swing play, and if it has another red day, I could see this going down to like 650, 560 around that area. Okay, so that's Tesla swing short. And then let's talk about JAN. And if you guys didn't see, I just posted a video of helping traders out. I really enjoy it, so thank you for anybody that comes in. And we're just talking about the mindset, psychology, etc. And this is just one of those plays that if you have a conviction on, you know it's going to fade close to the end of the day. And if you play something so often, when it just comes, you don't even hesitate. So I shorted in the morning, and I was telling the person, add into the money. Always add to a winner, don't add to a loser. So I try to make that a habit, and sometimes, thankfully I do it because it just becomes a habit. So I add into the money, and that's Ozark. So I add into the money, and then it gets here. This was my risk, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna cut it. I don't know if I cut all of it. I think I cut all of it, or like 8/10. And then I shorted. I remember 826. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 826 somewhere. Yeah, 826, and then just kept adding to the winner. And then I totally thought about covering here, but what I did is I was just like, you know what? You're deep in the money. This is a play that's gonna work out. I just borrowed twice as much, 3 times as much more shares, risking break even. When I went above VWAP, I just kept shorting. I had a little bit more shares, and it washed because there was wicks happening. I was just seeing if it would test that level, 510, 5 something, and I could short more, but it didn't. So I was like, okay, whatever, I'll just add. And then I wash it south, and I have very little. Like I have almost all of my shares here. I cover it, and then it breaks 4, and then I'm like, liquidity is not enough. So these names, it's a bit tough because I don't like to get slippage. So I was just waiting at 392, 393, and just trying to slowly get fills without causing anything. And then as it perks, I just shorted, covered at the end of the day. Good 30 RR win. This normally here, if I had covered here with this share size, I don't know. So people always say, how do you calculate your R? You know what? I probably don't do it the most accurate way, but for me, it's like initially, what am I risking at the dollar value? And then how much did I make out of it? And it gets a bit complex because depends on the conviction of the trade, depends on how it is. I increase my share size. So here I was never in the money. So like if I this share here, I was risking 615, 620. So once I shorted here and I had gone to 626, 630, I would have cut it. So here I was probably risking like 2 to 3 R if I had stopped out at 630, given my odds were a little bit chasing, but even though I added there. So yeah, and then this is where adding to winner really helps, and your winner becomes a lot bigger. Okay, amigos, if this was beneficial, if you liked it and you made it this far, click subscribe. Apparently, there's like 60% of people that watch it don't subscribe. Um, Leave a comment below. Let me know if this was something that's beneficial. I personally am a bit hesitant about doing this, but if it helps you guys, I'm happy to do it. Let me know. Give me feedback. Take care. Have a wonderful day. Bye.